Hello students, in this video I will take up few more problems on income from other sources. So let us solve some problems here. The first problem is, let me read out fast. Sri Raghavendra is MP from Hyderabad. During the year 2018-19, he had the following incomes. Compute the taxable income from other sources for the assessment year 1920. So here, first one, as a MP, received a salary of 5,000 per month. It is taxable. Even though it is salary, it does not fall under the head salary because here there is no relationship of employer and employee. He is working for the government. Government is not an employer, and the MP is not an employee. Okay, so does not meaning the relationship of employer and employee. That's why it is not a salary to him. It is a other source income. That's why it comes under other sources. Okay, this you have to consider. It is the income of other sources. Next, and DA of 22,000 for attending the various sessions. So 22,000 he is receiving as a DA to attend the various sessions. So DA is exempted because it is given to meet day-to-day expenses. Okay, so already he is spending that amount. It is not an income to him. Because given to meet day-to-day expenses, it is exempt. Okay, this one is exempt and this is taxable. Next, the second point, he held following investments. Yes, he has holding 4 investment. One is 10% preference shares in Sugar Worth Limited. Okay, so 10%. Preference shares in Sugar Works Limited of 10,000 rupees. He invested 10,000 rupees in Sugar Works Limited. So where he is receiving 10% interest? Yes, it is taxable. Okay. Next, 10,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each in Tata Limited. Declared interim dividend at 10%. On 15/3/2018, but paid on 1/6/2018, and final dividend at 10% on 31/3/2019. Next one is 5% fixed deposit of 20,000 is held by him in Indian Bank. Interest is calculated annually. Next, he received dividend of 1,000 from the cooperative society. Next, he won the crossword puzzles of 10,000. Next, he purchases the plot of land for construction, but he could not get the house constructed, and hence let out the plot at 200 per month from 1/10/2018. Next, he had let out machinery and furniture and also a building at monthly rent of 10,000. He spent 2,000 on repairs of machinery and depreciation allowed in respect of above amount to 12,000 rupees. Okay. So here about investment, we should know one thing. There are 2 types of security: government security, commercial security. So in case of government security, we have 2 securities. One is tax-free government security, which are totally exempted from the tax. No need to pay tax from that. Another government security is less tax government security. Less tax government security, it is fully taxable. It is fully taxable without grossing up. Okay, why we should not gross up here? Because in the government securities, no TDS will happen. When no TDS will happen, Okay, so 100% amount we receive. So on that 100% it is fully taxable. Again we cannot add. Okay, when the TDS happens means we have to gross up. Here no TDS will happen, that's why no gross up. Okay, so in government security two types. First one is less government securities. I mean tax-free government securities. In that case fully exempt. Next second one is less tax-free government security where fully taxable without grossing out, without converting into 100% because no TDS will happen. And another type of security is commercial securities. So in case of commercial securities also we have two types. One is tax-free commercial security, less tax-free commercial security. So in the tax-free commercial security, both are fully taxable. Okay, tax-free commercial security fully taxable with gross up. Why gross up? Here TDS will happen. Okay, that's why we are converting into 100%. So in this case, if the percentage is given or the amount is given, okay, for both the cases you have to gross up. Okay, and second one is less tax securities. In that case, we have to gross up, that is fully taxable. We have to gross up only in case of amount given. If the percentage is given, no need to gross up. Okay, you need to take the same amount. That is the provisions you should keep in the mind about securities. Okay, now we will move on to the solution of this. See here I have solved salary. In this calculation we need to take two things. One is income under section 56 and deductions under section 57. So in the income, if you deduct the deductions, you will get the taxable income. You see, salary of MP, yes, it is taxable income from other sources, does not fall under salary. So I have taken 5,000 into 12, 60,000. Okay. Next, DA for attending the sessions, it is exempted amount. So exempted. Next, income from investment. So dividend from preference shares. Okay. When the dividend is receiving from the Indian company, it is fully exempt. So that's why it is exempt. Okay. Next, dividend received from the equity shares. It is also received from the Indian company. Okay, exempt. So I have recorded the thing. So about the dividend, when you are receiving from the Indian company and UTI, it is fully exempt. If you receive from the cooperative societies and the foreign companies, it is fully taxable. So these two dividends received from Indian company, so exempt. Next, interest on fixed deposit. Okay. On the fixed deposit we have received the interest. Here no need to cross out because no TDS will happen here. TDS will happen only in case of securities, not in case of FDRD and all. Okay, so 20,000 into 5%, 1,000 rupees is the income. Next, dividend from the cooperative society. Just now I mentioned it is taxable. Dividend from cooperative society and foreign companies is taxable. So I have taken here 10,000. I mean 1,000. Winning from crossword puzzles. Okay, so winning here we need to cross out. See here there is one condition. In case of lottery and other games, if you are winning, okay, up to 10,000 no TDS will happen. Up to 10,000 no TDS will happen. If you are receiving the income up to 10,000, don't gross up, don't convert into 100% because that is 100% value only. Okay, so take the full value. I have taken the full value here 10,000. I didn't gross up here. Okay, I have not converted into 100% because no TDS will happen. About 10,000, if you are receiving, TDS will happen. In that case, you have to gross up. Okay. Next, rent from let out of plot. Yeah, he had a plot. He had taken a plot to construct a building, but did not construct it. The vacant plot he has given for the rent at 200 per month, but he has given in the September. at the end of the September. That means only for 6 months we have to calculate. 200 into 6 months, 1200 rupees. Next, rent from machinery, plant and machinery and furniture along with the building he has given for the rent. Okay, so in that case 10,000 per month, 10,000 into 12, that is 1,20,000 rupees is taxable income. Okay, so these are the incomes. Now total incomes are 1,93,200. Now let us deduct the deductions. So here we have the deductions. To earn this income, what are the expenses happened that comes under deductions? Okay, so here we have only two deductions. For this machinery repairing purpose, he has spent certain amount, 2,000 rupees. So I have recorded in bracket, indicates -5. Next one, depreciation on this machinery, 12,000 rupees depreciation. So 14,000 rupees of expenses incurred to earn this income. Okay, that's why it is deductible. Just deduct this 14,000 from 1,93,200. The answer is 1,79,800 rupees. I mean 200 rupees. That is the answer. Hope you have understood. Okay. Now let us move on to the second problem. Mr. Pushkaran, age 46 years, a resident of Bangalore, provides the following information for the year ending 31st March 2019. Okay, 4 investments are given. He holds the following investments. Okay, 4 investments are given. See, 2 lakh, 9% tax-free commercial security. Okay, tax-free. Just now spoke about the securities. Tax-free commercial security means if the percentage are given or the amount are given, we have to gross up because previously happened. Okay, so for this we need to gross up. 100% we need to convert. It is 90% value. Next, 1 lakh, 8% listed debentures. Listed debentures of SRM. That means it is not a tax free. It is a less tax free securities. Less tax free securities. We should not gross up this because percentage are given. Okay, when the percentage are given, no need to gross up here. In the case of less tax securities, this is less tax securities. Okay. Next, 81,000, 10% tax-free debentures of NRM Limited. This is also tax-free. In case of tax-free, we have to gross up when the percentage are given or amount are given. Okay, we have to gross up here. Next, 40,000, 10% Bescom bonds. Okay, so here this is less tax free securities. Okay, we should not gross up that. Next second point, he lives in a rented house for which he pays 12,000 per month. He has sublet 1/3 portion of the house on monthly rent of 6,000 rupees. He incurred 7,200 for repairs and 6,000 for municipal tax of this house. Okay, so this is income from similar property. We have to consider. See here, he lives in a rented house and he pays 12,000 per month. Tenant is giving 12,000 to the owner. Again, tenant is given for the separate. How much? 1/3 portion. 1/3 portion house on a monthly rent of 6,000. So here we have to calculate the income that I will show you in the calculation. And these expenses comes under deduction. 7,200 for repairs, 6,000 for municipal tax comes under deduction. Next, received dividend on TCS Limited, gross 30,000. Okay, so received dividend, it is Indian company, exempt. Received dividend from UTI, 8,000 rupees. Okay, from the UTI, it is received, exempt, not taxable. Next, income from letting out the plot of land in Mysore, yes, taxable. Land is given for rent, taxable 26,000. Bidding from Karnataka State Lottery, net 70,000. Yeah, here income is more than 10,000. When income is less than 10,000, no TDS will happen. So complete amount we have to take because that is 100%. When the income is more than 10,000, TDS will happen. So here whatever we have received, it is after TDS. Okay, 30% TDS happened. So we need to convert into 100. We have to cross up here. We need to cross up. Next, income from letting out the machinery and the lease 1,20,000. Machinery is given for the rent, 1,20,000 is income. The allowable depreciation 12,000, repair 7,000. These two are deductions. Next, fire insurance premium 1,000. Okay, that is also expenses. Expenses related to this. Now let us calculate the taxable income here. See, I calculated income from investment. See, interest on tax-free commercial securities. I have grossed up. So 9%. 2 lakh into 9%, you will get the value of interest. Okay. So that is 90% value because TDS on securities is 10%. Already I have explained in the theory part. TDS for securities are 10%. So 10% is deducted. Now we need to convert into 100%. That's why 100 by 90. So this is 90% value. Whatever interest we get here, that is 90% value. Okay. So convert into 100%. For 90%, this one means for 100%, how much? 100 by 90, you will get 20,000 rupees. 20,000 is 100% interest. Next, interest on debenture from SRM Limited. See here, I didn't gross up because this is less tax-free securities. In case of less tax-free security, when the interest rate is given, no need to gross up. Okay, when the amount is given, you have to gross. Since the interest is given here, I didn't gross. Out. Okay, so 8,000 done. Next, interest on tax-free debentures. Yeah, again tax-free. Here we have to gross up when the amount is given or rate is given. So 81,000 into 10% into 100 by 90. So that's 9,000 rupees. Next, interest on Bescom bonds. So here this is also less tax free. Okay, it is not a tax free, it is less tax free. You should not gross up because the percentage are given. If the amount is given means we have to gross up. But since the percentage is given, I didn't gross. So 44,000 is the answer. Next, let us calculate the income from sublet. So here he has given given for 6,000 per month, right? From sublet 6,000 rupees into 12. Okay, so 72,000 the tenant is receiving here. Out of that, how much he paid to the owner? Less rent paid to the owner. Okay, he is paying 12,000 per month. 12,000 into 12. Okay, into 1/3 because he sublet 1/3 unit of house. Okay, not the complete house. Only 1/3 he has given. Since he is receiving the income for 1/3, the expenses also we need to deduct for 1/3. So 1/3 expenses are 48,000. 12,000 into 12 into 1/3. 48 if you deduct, you will get 24,000 income. Extra he is receiving 24,000. That's the income. And the repairs, municipal taxes and all I will take in the deductions. Next, the dividend received from TCS, Exim, Indian company. Interest received on post office saving bank. That's Exim. Okay. When we are receiving interest from the post office, up to 3,500 is exempt. The balance is taxable. So here the less amount is given. So the less than 3,500 is there. That's why I have taken exempt. Next, dividend from UTI, yes, exempt. taken. Next, income from letting out the plot in Mysore, taxable 36,000. Winning from Karnataka State Lottery, so it is more than 70,000 gross up. 70,000 into 100 by 70, because this is 70% value. For 70%, 70,000 means for 100% how much? Cross multiplication, you will get the answer. So 100 by 70, 1 lakh. Next, income from machinery let out, 1,20,000 taxable. So now the total income is 3,21,000 rupees. Now the deductions here. Repairs of machinery 7,000, depreciation on machinery 12,000, fire insurance 1,000, repairs on sublet of house. Okay. 6,000 is repairs. Entire house is not sublet, only 1/3 is sublet. So 1/3 I have taken 2,000. Municipal tax on sublet property. Here also 1/3 is sublet. So 1/3 I have taken on 7,200. That is 2,400. So after deducting, the taxable income is 2,96,600. This is next example. Sri Vishweshwaran has furnished the following particulars of his investment for the previous year 18-19. The first point is 10,000 units invested in UTI. The dividend received is 1,200. It is exempt. Okay, dividend from Indian company and UTI fully exempt. So this is exempted, not a taxable. Next, 10,000 rupees 10,000 received from post office saving bank account, which earns the interest at 5%. That means 10,000 he invested in post office saving bank account. 5% interest is at 5% per annum. Okay. So here 10,000 rupees income he received. Out of that 3,500 is exempted and the balance is taxable. Next up, rupees 10,000 in fixed deposit account in Karnataka bank, on which at 10% interest, that is fully taxable, 10% on 10,000 rupees. Next, 10% rupees 20,000 debentures listed of the company. This is commercial securities, less tax commercial security. Percentage is given, even though the percentage is given, okay, but no need to gross up. We should not gross up here because this is less tax free securities, not tax free securities. Next, 3,000 interest received on debentures of cooperative society. Okay, from the cooperative society, if you are receiving this, it is taxable. Okay, so we have to take this, and then rupees 1,000 interest on national development bonds. Okay, it is exempt because it is a government security. Okay, so this is exempt. Next, 10% Karnataka electricity gold bonds. Okay, this is also government security. In government we have two. One is tax free. The list, entire list I have given. Okay, another is less tax free. So this falls under less tax free security. It is fully taxable. Okay, on the entire amount. No gross up because no TDS will happen here. Next, 10,000 in 7-year post office national saving certificate. Interest at 9% per annum is payable on the same every year. It is completely exempt. Okay, that is government security. 36,000, 10% tax free debentures of Bangalore. Okay, so this is tax free securities. In this case, we have to gross up, even though the percentage is given. This you have to gross up. The municipal corporation interest payable on 31st March. Next, interest collected on debenture by account paying check 900. Okay, this is we have to gross up because less tax securities it is, not tax free security, less tax free security. So on 900 we have to gross up. Okay, so let us see the solution. Dividend received from UTI exempt. Next, interest received from post office saving bank account 10,000 received minus 3,500, it is exempt. The balance is taxable. Next, interest from FD from Karnataka bank 10,000 FD 10% interest rate 1,000 is taxable. Next, interest on debentures. Okay, that is 20,000 into 10%. Okay, this is less tax free securities. That's why no gross up 2,000 rupees. Interest on debentures from the cooperative society, that is 3,000 rupees, fully taxable. Interest from national development bonds. Okay, government securities. The government securities less tax government securities. Okay, so it is fully taxable. Next, interest on Karnataka Electricity Board. It is also government, under government less tax securities. So no gross up. 10,000 into 10%, 1,000 rupees. Next, interest on post office national savings certificate. Government securities in that exempted securities. Okay, so fully exempted securities. Income it is. Next, interest on debenture. Okay, less tax. This is less tax free security. Tax free, actually tax free securities. In case of tax free securities, we have to gross up. In case of interest also. So 36,000 into 10% equals 3,600. We gross up 100 by 90. That's 4,000 rupees. Next, interest on debenture 900 received. Just gross up 100 by 90. You will get 1,000 rupees. So total income 19,500. Okay, deductions are nil, no expenses here, deductions nil. So taxable income is 19,500. Another problem is, from the following receipts and payments of Mr. Dinesh, compute his taxable income from other sources. Okay, question paper problem. First one is winning from MP State Lottery 28,000. So here, in case of lottery and other games, if the winning amount is less than 10,000, no need to cross up, no TDS will happen. If it is more than 10,000, TDS will happen, you have to cross up. So if this is more than 10,000, you have to cross up. Okay. Next, winning from horse race 1,000. So in case of horse race, winning amount is less than 15,000 means no TDS, no cross up. More than 15,000 means TDS will happen, so you have to cross up. So this is less than 15,000, no cross up, directly take 1,000 rupees. Next, winning from Rajasthan State Lottery 3,000. So in case of lottery, okay. Less than 10,000 means no gross up. So this you have to take completely because no TDS happened here. Winning from horse race 49,000. So this is more than 15,000. You have to gross up. Okay. Next, winning from crossword puzzles 2,500. It is less than 10. No gross up because no TDS happened for this. Next, gift received from friend in London 1 lakh, fully taxable. If you are receiving from relative, okay, it is exempt. Okay. If you are receiving from the non-relative, it is taxable, fully taxable. 1 lakh fully taxable. Winning from card games here also up to 10,000, fully taxable. Full amount you have to get. More than 10,000 means you need to gross up. So here no TDS happened for this 2,500. Take full amount. Don't gross up. Purchase of lottery tickets 3,000. Okay. This we have to ignore. Provision says the amount spent on the purchase of lottery, amount spent on the horse race and all, you should ignore. Okay, you should not take. This does not come under the deductions. Okay, purchase of lottery, no. and payment for betting in the horse race 6,000. These are the expenses does not come under calculation of taxable income from other sources. So here calculation I have taken, you see, winning from MP state lottery 28,000, it is more than 10, so I have converted into 100% because 30% TDS happened there. This 28,000 we received after deducting 30%. Okay, that's why we added 30% here, converted into 100, that's 40,000 rupees. Next, income from horse race, it is less than 15,000, no TDS happens, so completely I took 1,000. I did not gross up because already it is 100%. Next, winning from Rajasthan State Lottery 3,000, completely I have taken, no gross up because that is 100% value, no TDS happened there. Winning from horse race 49,000, yes, here TDS happened because 49,000 is more than 15,000. TDS happened here, so I am grossing up. Okay, so that is 100 by 70. 49,000 into 100 by 70, 70,000 is the income. Winning from password puzzles, yeah, it is less than 10,000, so no TDS happened for this, so completely I took. Next, gift from friend in London, it is fully taxable, so I have taken 1 lakh rupees. Next, winning from card games, this is less than 10,000, 2,500 is there, completely I took. It is less than 10,000, no TDS happened. In case of more than 10,000, TDS will happen. So here no TDS happened, so that's why I didn't gross, completely I took. Okay, 2,500. So total 2,19,000 is the income. Next, expenses, deductions. We have two expenses on lottery and expenses on betting on horse race that are not taken under the calculation, so I ignored. So taxable income from other sources are 2,19,000.